Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back. We learned some very interesting lore on the last episode, and I also noticed that my audio was a little bit not out of sync, but just a little odd. The game was a little bit too loud, so I turned down the game volume a little bit, and my voice should be a little bit louder than the game now at this point. So if this is still too loud, then I'll fix it in the next episode once again, and I'll just keep adjusting. But man, you know what? For an older game, I think this came out in 2007 or so. Look at these light shafts coming through. The light shafts coming through the trees. So gorgeous, so beautiful. I'm very impressed with this game that I can fall in love with this game regardless of the outdated graphics, as it would seem here in 2022. But I'm excited to continue our adventure to find Tamlen. I'm here with Merrill, which is, I suppose, an apprentice to the keeper that I was speaking to earlier. And we're going to travel down this path and see if we can find Tamlen. And we're already being met with, but you know what though? Um, let's turn the music down. I think the music is too loud. So turning the music down a little bit. Maybe that's too low. Let's see. All right, let's go with that. Okay. Uh, all right, here we go. Can I shoot from there? Yes, I can. Okay, I'm gonna pause really quick, just and see. That's really cool how you can see the arrow just flying right over my head. Is Meryl able to reach these targets? It appears that she is. I think I'm not an expert at this stuff, but I'm gonna have us attack the same target. I'm gonna have her move over there, and let's go back here and let's unpause. Okay, so now I'm gonna have Meryl attack Genlock, and I'm going to attack here. I keep pushing left click. I gotta stop that. Unpause, and all right, we're double teaming him. I missed. The arrow went wide left. I think I was a critical hit. I saw some purple
Are those
text.
Darkspawn?
Darkspawn. Uh, you're asking me? I have no clue. I've never seen anything like that.
I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did they come from? Were they here before?
That was weird. She copied me. Um, have I seen them here before? Um, I think I would have noticed. I've never seen anything like that.
Let's move on and hope we don't meet any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
You know, I think I'm fine. I was injured a little bit, but it's nothing I won't recover from, fortunately.
It's just that you're quite pale. You look a bit feverish, in fact.
Well, I'm pale by nature. It's just my skin. Um, what exactly are you implying?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go.
Okay, well. I guess that's fine. I'm not sure if she means that I'm just pale. Well, I'm an elf. I just happen to have pale skin.
It will be done.
Look at these monsters. I've never seen anything like it. What incredible species. A Genlock. My goodness, we must be careful. If we've got Darkspawn out here, that was definitely a Darkspawn. From all of the rumors that I've ever heard about what a Darkspawn is like, especially from what the Keeper had told me earlier, I think that was a Darkspawn. A human-like creature, but tainted.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here?
This camp? Maybe it belongs to the Shimlin who found me. I'm not really sure. But no, I don't remember this. It looks like it's fresh.
The Grey Warden said he was returning to the cave. Perhaps this is his camp. If so, he's not here now. And we've seen no sign of Tamlen. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Exactly. The forest is too still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural.
Something unnatural. Huh. Well, I hope we don't see any more, but perhaps we'll see more of these walking corpses.
Would they come outside the cave? That would not be good. The sooner we find this cave and Tamlen, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
Darkspawn! Beware!
More Darkspawn. Oh, crap.
This is a waste of time!
Oh, no. Okay. You know what I should have done? I should have used Pinning Shot. I'm going to use it now.
Very well.
Die, damn you!
Okay, move back. Attack from afar.
You want to die, don't you?
All right, come on. Let's go.
Should have fled!
To battle!
My arrows are flying true. These Darkspawn, where are they
It will
coming
be done.
from? I'll keep it to sell. I don't really need the lyrium potions. I think now is time to run. I think running is totally justified in these current circumstances. There's no reason I should be resting on my laurels, as it is sometimes put. Here it is. This is the cave with which Tamlen and I entered. We must be careful, Meryl. This is definitely the cave. Alright, Meryl. Last time I was here, there were spiders. They were very dangerous looking spiders. I don't know if they're going to come back down again.
So these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlen, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about.
Yeah, he might not be. You're probably right.
Still, even if he's here somewhere, we need to find his body. Let's just pray we're wrong.
I sure hope you're wrong. But I mean, just to be reasonable. I mean, look at what's here. Darkspawn. I don't imagine how he could possibly survive. But I sure hope he did. Oh, this is that bow from the previous episode that I didn't want. Alright, we must hurry. We must hurry to see if we can find him. Don't remember the way. Let's try. Oh, you know what? It wasn't this direction at all. It was back this way. I've gone the wrong way. It was through... Wait. I guess it has to be this way. Never mind. Okay, let's just keep going. Oh god, more Darkspawn. Be careful, Meryl.
You have forced my hand! It will be done.
Getting shot.
For the tails!
Damn Genlocks. Whoa, a surprise one. Large flawed fire crystal? I don't know if that armor, fatigue, fire resistance. My guess is that some of this stuff that I'm picking up can be slotted. Like, no. Inspect? What is that? No, it just tells me a little bit about it. Oh, there is really cool, interesting lore that I didn't even know existed, though, about my helmet and probably my chest piece. Like if you click inspect. My Dalish armor. This was fashioned from deerskin and has been embossed with designs of hunting hawks and serpents. When equipped in a set with the Dalish gloves and boots, the character gains a bonus to defense. Well, how about that? Am I wearing Dalish boots? Dalish boots. Is this Dalish gloves? It is! I'm wearing Dalish gloves, Dalish armor, and Dalish boots. So I've got +3 defense, +1 dexterity, and +1 dexterity. So maybe I have a bonus to defense. But I don't know how to see what my current stats. Oh wait, this is it right here actually. +8. Increase the chance of dodging or parrying physical attacks. So with 68, I don't know if that means 68% chance to dodge. I doubt. I seriously doubt that. I don't understand exactly what the numbers mean right now, but yeah, I'll figure it out as time goes by and I learn more about what the equipment means.
Of
Oh,
course.
damn it. Ooh, good shot. Missed. I wonder if these
Very well.
things are coming from the mirror.
Yes.
Come on, let's go. Oh, there's more of them. If any of them start to run towards me, I'm going to use my pinning shot.
By the gods!
Oh, it's a Genlock emissary. Probably a more powerful version, or a warlock of some kind.
There is no hope for you now. Of course.
Wow, I can shoot pretty far. That's pretty far.
The keeper will be pleased.
I'm so glad it did not come alone. These things are... A great sword? Don't need that. The Genlock emissary.
Very well.
I'll take all of that. Okay. Now there's this door. This is the door that, Duncan? Duncan!
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered.
You thought you heard combat and you didn't come to help, huh? Yeah, that's I swear to you, I did not read this. I just thought of that, and then it's an option. How about that? So if you heard the fighting, why didn't you help?
I would have, had I not been battling them myself. Not all the kills here were yours, as you can see. My name is Duncan.
I
and
see.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
And Darren Atishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the keeper's apprentice.
Your keeper did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger.
Well, that's actually not why we came. Although I'm sure it's important for you to stay safe, and I'm sure you can take care of yourself, but we're actually here for Tamlen, our brother. We're looking for him.
So, you and your friend Tamlen both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror.
Yes, and I told Tamlen to stay away from it, but he touched the mirror, and I ended up blacking out.
I see. That's unfortunate. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them
Tevinter.
simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlen too, I presume.
Okay, so he just said it's Tevinter in origin. Now we remember from the lore book that we were reading that the Tevinter is actually the human empire. So this was actually made by humans, but it over time became tainted when it broke and it was used for communication. That's very interesting. So if it's been tainted, should we destroy it?
I agree. So long as the mirror exists, it is a threat to anyone nearby.
I do not fear this sickness. The keeper knows how to cure it.
She may have weakened it, but she cannot cure it. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see.
What? I am? You think I'm tainted? What should I do?
First, we deal with the mirror. It is a pestilence and a threat.
Did it work? Is it destroyed? Looks like it is.
It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure.
Well, what about Tamlen? Is he lost forever?
There is nothing we can do.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that was gonna happen. So, does that mean he's dead? Are you sure?
Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlen has no chance. Trust me when I say that he is gone. Now we should return.
I trust you. 3 days unaided without help. I'm sure he's completely gone with the taint. But I really am curious. Did he fall into the mirror? Is there a body that would be left behind here? Would his body be anywhere?
The Darkspawn would have taken it.
Taken it where? Or what would they do with him?
Darkspawn are evil creatures, and it's best to leave it at that. I'm sorry.
So they took his body. Can we just leave the cave like this? I mean, is it safe?
With the mirror destroyed, I doubt the Darkspawn will return.
Can we return later and search through the ruins? We could learn from many things here besides the mirror.
The cave is not safe. Everything here was exposed to the mirror's taint. If your people must come here, they should cleanse it with fire.
Wait a minute. If everything was tainted by the mirror, doesn't that mean all of us are tainted? Well, can you tell me what the cure is, if there is one at all?
It's not that simple. I would tell you more, but I must first speak with your Keeper.
I see. I trust you. Let's go. Let's get back to camp.
I sense no other Darkspawn nearby, so it's safe. Lead on.
Well,
I'm relieved you have returned, and I did not expect to see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlen? What did you find of him?
unfortunately, we didn't find anything, and we believe that he is gone, and there's no hope.
I see. Meryl, what about the mirror? Did you bring anything back?
I can answer that, Keeper. I destroyed the mirror.
I intended to use it to find a cure for this mysterious illness. I trust you had good reasons for your actions.
There is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was last here.
Let us speak privately within my Aravel, then, Duncan. Meryl, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan prepared.
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Darlene, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure.
Very well. I will speak to you later, Keeper. Thank you.
Tell Haren Pyvel what has occurred. He now has the sad task of preparing a service for the dead. Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
You know, I mean, I think we did the right thing by destroying the mirror. Could you imagine bringing that thing here to our little community? Bringing that mirror here to this little community? That could have had very drastic consequences. It's way too risky. I think it was a good idea to have broken it. I hope I've made the right decision. But we just got some very interesting journal entries in our codex, and we're definitely going to read them. The controls, I mean, those will pop up. I mean, I'm not going to look at that. That's not interesting or fun. This is what's fun. The creatures and the culture and history. So I'm going to go to the creatures and Genlock. I'm going to be reading that. And the, what else? Okay, just the Genlock. Okay. These are the most common darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough, Genlocks are notoriously difficult to kill, even by magic. Interesting. Alphas. In any group of Genlocks, there is usually one who is dominant. As the tallest, strongest, and smartest of their kind, alphas serve as a sort of commander, directing or bullying the others in combat. Gotcha. So the alphas are in charge, the alpha males. Um, then we have the emissaries. I remember seeing the emissary earlier. I saw one of those. The most intelligent of the alphas become gifted sorcerers, with many abilities akin to blood magic. These are the emissaries, and they usually only appear during a blight. Well, if they only appear during a blight, maybe a blight is upon us, because I just saw an emissary. I don't remember seeing an alpha in any of the groups, any of the Darkspawn or any of the Genlocks that I fought, but maybe I just overlooked it, but I didn't see any alphas. Okay, so it's good to know. These are the most common variety of Darkspawn, and there are alphas and emissaries. And then in the culture and religion, we have two entries, the Grey Wardens and the Darkspawn. So let's start with the Grey Wardens and understand the history of the Grey Wardens, who they are, where they come from, what's their purpose, what are they doing now, all of that good stuff. Okay, the Grey Wardens. The first blight had already raged for 90 years. The world was in chaos. A god had risen, twisted and corrupted. The remaining gods of Tevinter were silent, withdrawn. What writing we have recovered from those times is filled with despair. For everyone believed, from the greatest archons to the lowliest slaves, that the world was coming to an end. So there was a blight, there was a first blight that raged for 90 years. A god had risen. I think that means like a superior one, someone that was more talented and gifted than the rest among the people of the land. The remaining gods of Tevinter were silent and withdrawn. I'm not. I don't fully understand this. Does a god mean? Because it's lowercase is why I'm questioning it. It's a lowercase. A god had risen. That makes me. I don't understand fully, but maybe it'll explain more later. For everyone believed from the greatest archons to the lowliest slaves that the world was coming to an end. Oh boy. At Weishaupt, Weishaupt, I do not know how to pronounce that, but I'm going to just go with at Weishaupt Forest in the desolate Enderfells, a meeting transpired. Soldiers of the Imperium, seasoned veterans who had known nothing their entire lifetimes except hopeless war, came together. When they left Weishaupt, they had renounced their oaths to the Imperium. They were soldiers no longer. They were the Grey Wardens. Okay, so Weishaupt is like a meeting area or a meeting place that in the Anderfells, where the soldiers of the Imperium veterans came together, and they named themselves the Grey Wardens at that point. And then when they left, they were Grey Wardens. The Wardens began an aggressive campaign against the Blight, striking back against the Darkspawn, reclaiming lands given up for lost. The Blight was far from over, but their victories brought notice, as soon as they received aid from every nation in Thedas. Wow, so it started to give some hope to the people. They grew in number as well as reputation. Finally, in the year 992 of the Tevinter Imperium, upon these silent plains, they met the Archdemon, Dumat, in battle. A third of all the armies of northern Thedas were lost to the fighting, but Dumat fell, and the Darkspawn fled back underground. Wow, so they lost a third of their armies of northern Thedas, but Dumat was killed, and Dumat is this Archdemon. Even that was not the end. The Imperium once revered 7 gods: Dumat, Zazakel, Toth, Andorral, Razikael, Lusakain, and Urthemiel. 4 have risen as archdemons. The Grey Wardens have kept watch through the ages, well aware that peace is fleeting, and that their war continues until the last of the dragon gods is gone. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Okay, so this last paragraph is very interesting. It says the Imperium had revered 7 gods, Dumat one of them. It's interesting they revere. Revere does not mean they worship. That just means they recognize. They recognize them as gods. And apparently 4 have risen as archdemons. We know Dumat was slain. I don't know about the other 3. The Grave Wardens have kept watch through the ages, well aware that peace is fleeting, and that their war continues until the last of the dragon gods is gone. So some of these dragon gods, there are 7, have not risen yet. So I guess you have to defeat all 7 dragon gods in order to defeat the Dark Ones. Interesting. So the Grey Wardens are a group of seasoned veteran warriors that have vowed to defeat the 7 dragon gods. That is my assumption. And then the Darkspawn. The Darkspawn. Okay. So Darkspawn. Those who had sought to claim heaven by violence destroyed it. What was golden and pure turned black. Those who had once been mage lords, the brightest of their age, were no longer men, but monsters. Thrinodes 12:1. This is interesting because in the opening cinematic, which actually happened before episode 1, in the opening cinematic, it talked about mages that went to heaven to try to take over heaven, but their violence ended up destroying it, and so they became the blight of the world, and cast back down into this land, which I guess is Thetis. Sin was the midwife that ushered the Darkspawn into this world. The Magisters fell from the Golden City, and their fate encompassed all our worlds, for they were not alone. So this would be the Magisters falling from heaven as Darkspawn. No one knows where the Darkspawn came from, a dark mockery of men. In the darkest places they thrive, growing in numbers, as a plague of locusts will. In raids they will often take captives, dragging their victims alive into the deep roads, but most evidence suggests that these are eaten. Like spiders, it seems Darkspawn prefer their food still breathing. Perhaps they are simply spawned by the darkness. Certainly, we know that evil has no trouble perpetuating itself. The last blight was in the Age of Towers, striking once again at the heart of Tevinter, spreading south into Orlais and east into the Free Marches. The plagues spread as far as Ferelden, but the withering and twisting of the land stopped well beyond our borders. So, one second, just to go back, they preferred their food still breathing. Certainly we know that evil is no trouble. Okay. Okay, so this is very important. I'm going to just read this over again because I was a little distracted making sure my volume was okay. Okay, so the last blight was in the Age of Towers. The last blight was in the Age of Towers, striking once again at the heart of Tevinter, the human empire, spreading south into Orlais and east into the Free Marches. The plagues spread as far as Ferelden, but with withering and twisting of the land stopped well beyond our borders. Here Darkspawn have never been more than the stuff of legends. In the northern lands, however, particularly Tevinter and the Anderfels, they say Darkspawn haunt the hinterlands, preying on outlying farmers and isolated villages, a constant threat. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Okay, that's interesting. So, the last blight was the Age of Towers, and apparently there are some areas where Darkspawn are nothing more than legend because Darkspawn had never gone that far south. But it says that they spread as far as Ferelden, but withering, and so it helps to kind of see the map. Um, but unfortunately, I can't go higher on the map, like further out. This is as far because I want to see the much bigger map. I want to see the map of, the all of Thetis. But I can't seem to do that. I can't minus or plus at the moment. There is a legend here, map pins. Yeah. Okay. So I guess this is who I need to see. I need to see Pavel because we have to prepare a ceremony for the lost Tamlen. Oops, I'm gonna turn that off. Okay. Actually, he's over here. Okay, very good stuff. Actually, since we just finished that bit of lore and we finished that bit of story, I will be talking to Pavel in the next episode, and also I'll be checking the audio to make sure that the audio sounds okay. If my guess is the game might be too quiet now. We'll see. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.